Matter of fact, for the lesson, there's one that I was reading on again. I've read the last couple of days from the Daily Dad that I threw in my bookmarks. But it's called the River of Change, and forgive me if I've read this one before, but again, this is one that's kind of came back around into me kind of like looking at it the last couple of days. And it's been the one that's been in front of my face. But it's called the River of Change, and this was posted by the Daily Dad, and this is advice from the Parents Tao Te Ching. You can get a copy from the bookstore, Painted Porch Bookshop. But this one is called River of Change. The child you see today will not be here tomorrow. The child arriving home from school is different from the one who left from home this morning. Every moment is a death of all that has gone before and a birth of all that is to come. You must jump into the river and let it carry you on its journey. If you try to stop it, you will drown. Now that I'm reading that, part of me thinks I've read that one before.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
Okay, because it's an awesome one. I got it in my bookmarks. Which, by the way, look at the boomer alert here, like the bookmark stuff on social media that you can kind of file away into different little subjects. You might be laughing. You might be thinking that's a funny Willism right there.
No,
I don't
not
know.
at
People's
all.
on top of that. Like that's something you should for sure tap into.
No, I was thinking about how I haven't gone into my bookmarks folder in a while. I need to go look and see what I have been bookmarking.
It's so great to kind of organize everything. It's like I got stoicism ones. I got a children's bookmark thing.
Yeah, you broke it down into different.
Yeah, I got like a
categories.
rehab one for my low back. Like I got all these different little. It's like my Pinterest board.
I love that.
You'll laugh too. I got so many on X on Twitter. Like I got college football, NFL leadership for the dads, quotes, content ideas, Nebraska receipts.
I wish so badly.
Money, books, fatherhood, stocks, diet, movies.
I just want to be in Will Compton's brain for just like 30 minutes. I just want to be in your brain for 30 minutes.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Some of the breakdowns of the social media stuff that will do with me. And Sherman, I'm telling them this 2 weeks in advance because I know the Broncos are playing the Chargers. And what they're going to, this is what they always do this. And this is what they're going to do. I'm going to set them up for this. And then when Bo Nix ends up beating the Chargers, I already got it ready for him. And that's when I bring it out. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, he really is a savant with the social media stuff in a way of like, how are you game planning this 2 weeks out? My bookmark list would put me on an FBI watch list. From just all the memes that I bookmark, I'm like, oh, that would be good. Oh, that would be good. Mine's
I'll hit the memes and I'll save and I'll just go into my albums and move it to a memes album. But that is smart to just bookmark. I'm going to do that. Okay. That's easy. You're weeding out 2 extra clicks.
Yeah. I have
gotta file stuff away.
I have a quote.
Can I say one thing about Wills? Have you ever heard of a guy named Gabor Mate? He's a very famous like philosopher recently. He does a lot about the body and how it like, it's not, he didn't write the book, he keeps score, but he was on a podcast lately. He said something that no siblings have the same childhood. And it's this thing that comes out that like the children, it reminded me of what you said about the child that you let go doesn't come back the same way. And he said, it's very important to remember that just because 2 kids grow up in the same house, no, they didn't. Like the parents treat them different and what they come home to is different. And the way things are different because of each other. It just reminded me of that where like everything that your child will do seems to like change them than the person that you let go. It was just really cool. So
yeah.
I'll send you the clip.
That's always fascinating too, because like, you know, you'll grow up in the household. I got 2 other brothers. Like if one does something out of the ordinary, that's bizarre. It's like the parents are sitting there talking like, we all grew up in the same damn house. Like, how is so-and-so being this way when we all came from the same damn household? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm also realizing that too with Rue and Scotty. And again, it's like thinking of all the firsts you go through with Rue and then all the things that Scotty's doing that it was different than with Rue because Rue was our only child at the time. To where Charles and I would be like, hey, do we have the the age appropriate toys that Scotty could be playing with. Because Scotty's a menace. She's all over the house. She's getting in cabins. She's all over. Hey, sweetheart, you can't be climbing all over this. She'll be grabbing all the Ollipops that are on the lower shelf in the pantry, and she'll just be knocking them all off. She got in the water bowl again today, and she's just everywhere.
Water bowl.
And I'm just like, we got toys, but I'm thinking like, oh, have we dug in and got the right ones? Because when it was just Rue, it's like we were both so intentional with Rue and all the stuff that she was doing to keep her occupied and giving her attention and everything else. Not saying we don't give Scotty attention, but it reminds us that like, hey, like we had all this certain time that we spent with Rue, like we need to be making sure that we're doing the same stuff with Scotty and the same excitement and the same everything else. Because they're going to grow from a lens of Rue is always the first child, and they're going to be seeing us experiencing first with Rue. And then if we have a lapse or we have a few lapses with her, that will like subconsciously be in her brain of that whole second child syndrome that I feel like evolves over time. That if you're not sitting there watering the plant kind of the same way, it's not like we're wanting them to be the same, but it's almost like as parents being very aware that you want to kind of have the similar reactions, experiences, things that you're doing with Scotty. Like when she gets old enough, like, I'm taking the Rue on lunch dates, but making sure it's just me and Scotty, and mom has time with just Scotty, to where it doesn't seem like Rue's the leader of the whole thing and Scotty just kind of fits in with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You bringing that up, it's like, that's always a very fascinating thing to think about. Because I think of my household, when something goes sideways with any of us, it's like, it's just crazy. Because we all grew up in the same household. We feel like you grew up in the same discipline, X, Y, and Z. And now that have my two kiddos, and I'm almost putting myself in the shoes of Scotty a lot of the times, I think of my younger brothers on like, oh, I could see how some of this stuff kind of shaped who they were when I'm the oldest brother. And they always talk about like, first child syndromes, all that stuff. You feel like you're the more responsible one. You feel like all these different pressures that the first child has. Then you feel like the youngest one, oh, dude, you have it so easy. Mom and dad never cared about blah, blah, blah. You got to do X, Y, and Z all the time. They weren't as strict on you.
Yeah.
And then probably from their vantage point, they have a much different lens of like, yeah, but you were taken care of the absolute most. They checked in on you the most and didn't care as much about me. That might be their story they tell them. Whether it was the reality or not is whatever. But just constantly like thinking about those things. Like when you have multiple children, now that I have two, I'm like very much, hey, Scotty, we got to make sure like we're just as, give her this, not like same amount of attention, but you're giving her that intentional time all the time because we got a little try before now.
Yeah. And I mean, it will be different naturally too, just from their DNA makeup of like, Rue might go lean super heavy into the art stuff. Scotty might be a sicko soccer player and she's got her soccer stuff. Like, everything will paint its own picture. But I know exactly what you mean. Of just like my brother wasn't allowed to watch PG-13 until he was 13. And then my mom comes home and I'm 6 years old on the couch with my dad watching Gladiator. She's like, what are you doing? And he's like, it's this great movie. Like, what do you mean? What am I doing? It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
I have a quick quote. You read one from C.S. Lewis last week. I have one from his good friend J.R.R. Tolkien.
Okay.
Who's one of my faves. This was a letter that Tolkien wrote to his son, Christopher. And it's just a quote about fatherhood. He says, a man who is wise and good can learn from his own children. And a parent's task is not to dominate, but to guide, to help them grow straight, but not to force them into any shape. I just like that whole idea of like, not trying to force some kind of idea or some kind of way they need to be, and you just kind of let them go. It's like the horse trainer guy that we talked about in that video of like, there's some similarities with training or breaking a horse and then also like raising a child as well.
Being next to him.
Yeah, be next to him
the whole time.
Yeah.
I like that one. Great stuff, boys. Great sewed. PT6, I hope you loved it. Again, we got merchandise, everything, bwtb.com.
BWTB.
If you want to be featured on the show, Drop us comments on
Yep.
YouTube, Spotify, social media. You want to write in 601thedads@gmail.com. You want to be featured on the show with a voicemail. You call 601thedads, the hotline, to be featured on the show.
You get free merch if you call in and we play your voicemail. You get free merch.
Yeah, continue to recruit. Continue to spread the good news of Papa Team 6 and For the Dads. We love you. We appreciate you.
Next episode teaser. Next episode, I have a crazy New Year's, not even a resolution. I have a crazy goal for 2026.
Okay. I can't wait to hear it. Make sure you take out the trash.